Hello everyone, I'm Praveen Kumar, education from ISI Delhi. So today I'll be presenting this paper titled The Impact of Unrestricted Power on Groundwater, a panel Geographical Regression Discontinuity Approach. So this is a joint work with Professor E. Somnathan from ISI Delhi and Dr. Ashita Gupta from KPMG Delhi. So very briefly, what is the groundwater scenario in India? So the share of tube wells for irrigation purpose has been ever increasing. So see, it has been increasing since 1960, and if you see this green line, so this is the share of this is the net irrigated area by tube wells. So this has been ever increasing throughout time compared to all other source of irrigation like canals, tanks, other wells and other sources. So right now groundwater used for irrigation stands at 64%, and while groundwater is a reliable source of irrigation and it is readily available, but there is increase in exploitation of groundwater too. So this figure here, in this slide, I'm showing you the various states of groundwater in India. So this red regions are the overexploited regions. Overexploited means when the extraction is more than the recharge, and similarly the yellow regions are critical and the blue regions are semi-critical regions in terms of groundwater exploitation. So mostly overexploited regions are depicted in red, and it's mostly concentrated in northern India, and also this. If you look at this over here, this region over here, this is my study region, a southern state in India called Telangana. So this is a mix of, blue colors and gray colors. So blue is the semi-critical region in India. Semi-critical in terms of water exploitation. So talking about the power policy in India, so basically metering is consumption source is not metered at all. So only 27% of electricity connections are metered at 2012, 13 figure, and the recent figure is not available. And also the metering at transformer level, even that is protested, so it's not there. Metering is not there at all. In terms of pricing, most of the states in India follow flat tariffs. So flat tariffs are mostly based on capacity of tube wells. So basically the monthly price is fixed, and even if you use extra power for extraction of groundwater, then the marginal cost is zero. And in terms of hours of supply per day, so Telangana, which is my study state, so is the only state providing 24-hour free power supply, and all other states are in the range of, I can say, 5 to 16 hours. So my research question is, what is the impact of this unrestricted power policy on agricultural power consumption, groundwater use, and subsequently groundwater depth? And so I focused on mostly this hard rock aquifer regions. So in India, majorly there are two types of aquifers: alluvial aquifers and hard rock aquifer region. And the coverage of hard rock aquifer dominated region is 2/3 in India. And this is different from alluvial aquifer in the sense that these are low storage, shallow depth, and there is heterogeneity in terms of where you get the water. So you may get water in one field and you may not get water in another field. While in the alluvial aquifer, it's mostly the area, the rough estimated area, you can say 10 kilometers square. So our key findings are, so groundwater depth remains unchanged in Telangana relative to neighbor states. And also this is depicted in the train graph, and also and the power consumption has increased by 51% compared to baseline monthly power consumption in Telangana. And this can be this I'll show in the monthly power consumption trend. So there, these are some of the literature which has talked about agriculture policy and its impact on groundwater. So SACRI 2013 talks about delayed transplanting of paddy policy. Then Mr. also talks about procurement incentives and its procurement incentives and its effect on groundwater depth. Then this Badiani et al. Talks about effect of electricity subsidies on groundwater extraction. This is an all India study, including 370 districts in India out of 600. And in this Mukta, what is about 2021 looks at the shift from flat tariff to zero tariff in Punjab, one of the northern state in India. And this is, I mean, Ryan's Sudarshan particular so that power rationing, I mean, the limited power supply per day in conjunction with low prices of groundwater extraction, which I mean, it's like socially optimal on average. So the most close paper related to our study is this one, Ryan and Sudarshan. So this looks at the rationing aspects, but we totally look at the when there is no rationing at all. So we use groundwater depth data from India Water Resource Information System, which is the government water, and these are geocoded in terms of latitude and longitude, and the data is from January 2014 to December 2019, and there are 18,325 wells in Telangana and 4 neighbor states. We use precipitation temperature data, which are gridded with resolution 0.1 degree into 0.1 degree. This is also from January 2014 to December 2019, and this has been sourced from European Center for Medium Range Weather Forecast. And we also use agriculture power consumption data, which is district-wide from January 2014 to December 2019, and this has been sourced from respective power distribution companies from the states. So very briefly, this is the descriptive statistics on groundwater based power consumption, precipitation, and temperature. We look at the first 2 rows. So first row is Telangana, and the second row is non-Telangana, aggregated over all 4 states. This Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. So if you look at the pre and post period, there is no, I mean, there is slight increase in groundwater depth. But similarly, for non-Telangana, there is much more increase compared to the Telangana figure. And in terms of power consumption is it has increased in the post period in Telangana, but it remains similar in non-Telangana states. Similarly, precipitation and precipitation has increased. I mean, in similar. I mean, increased by same amount in Telangana and non-Telangana states, and temperature remains roughly same in both Telangana and non-Telangana states. So if you look at the power supply per day situation in my study region and also the neighboring states. So this black line is Telangana. So if you look at this January 18, so after January 18, there was shift from 9 hours of power supply to 24 hours of power supply. So and if you look at other states. So, for example, Andhra Pradesh has 6 hours roughly. It's 6, and there is some slight increase, and then this is Chhattisgarh. These are all neighbor states. So, and also this red line. This is Telangana 3 districts where this program came on pilot basis 6 months before in July 17. So. As you see, there is increase from 9 hours of power supply from 9 hours to 24 hours. So this is the exogenous variation which I'll be exploiting to identify my analysis. So this is the DID assumption. So our DID assumption is that changes over time in variables other than this power policy are the same on both sides of the border. Similarly, we use regression discontinuity assumption. So this is slightly weaker assumption. as we say that changing over time variables other than power policy near the border are the same on both sides of the. This is the figure showing all five Telangana in the center, and then all five neighbor states. These red dotted points are measuring wells in the border area. So measuring wells, there are 2033 wells in 32-kilometer bandwidth. So I'm only showing only the border wells in Telangana, and these are all neighbor states: Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. And this black and blue line, this is Telangana border, and I have divided it into 24 segments, 24 parts. And the region I have divided this border into 24 border segments to compare closure wells. So with segment 55. So wells for example. So this is one segment. So wells near this segment are associated with only this wells. So with segment 55, we can compare only the wells closure in nature, in terms of, you can say, near to the river, in terms of near to the market, or other physical features like whether it is hilly region, plain region, forest region, etc. And also, if you see, okay, I talked about border segment. About the distance variable. So in traditional regression discontinuity, we had only one dimension variable. So in traditional regression discontinuity, we have only one dimension variable, and one point acts as the cutoff. But here you see there are multiple cutoffs. Multiple points acts as the cutoff. So what we do, we calculate distance from each base to the nearest border segment. So and this distance variable is positive for Telangana waste from here to here, and negative for non-Telangana waste from non-Telangana state to the nearest border segment. And then 0 acts as my cutoff. No, I have talked about this. This is the model we are estimating. YST is the groundwater depth at well I nearest to border segment S, and month year time T. And our RHS variables are distance, and then capital DIS is the Telangana mean, which is 1 for Telangana and 0 for neighbor states, and this is PIST is the early treatment dummy, which is 1 for 3 districts which were treated earlier, and 0 for all other districts. And these are all fixed effects, 7 fixed effects related with time, and then time fixed effects. And the XIST is our control variable. These are precipitation, temperature, and their 6 lakhs. So this is the result. So this shows the result from the panel model. So as you see, before this is January 18. Before January 18, mostly this remains similar. Mostly the coefficients remain similar. So this is the validation of my pre-policy parallel train, and also after the policy, if you look at the effect of policy. So this is mostly same. So pre-policy and post-policy mostly same. So there is no impact on groundwater, which is contrary to our expectation. So I have also estimated this difference in difference, but as you see, there is violation of parallel train. So this is the reason why I had I did an analysis only with the border regions. And this is the summary results with this shows the DIB estimate, which I don't believe this, but and we also use this cross-sectional method with optimal bandwidth, given by some recent papers like Kalenico, Catanian, and Tipioni in their multiple papers. And we also use this constant panel model, and in all of the models, if you see the coefficient is insignificant, so there is no impact on groundwater depth. And if you look at the impact on power consumption, so this is so the unit of analysis is district wise. So YGT is the power consumption at district B at month year time T, dependent upon early treatment dummy. This is Telangana dummy, and these are time fixed effect and district fixed effects, and this is the control variables, and cluster at district level. If you look at the result, so there is clearly jump after the policy. So there is increase in power consumption after the policy. So in terms of percentage compared to the baseline power consumption, there is increase in power consumption by 51%. So okay. Till now I have the summary is there is no impact on groundwater depth, but there is increase in agricultural power consumption. So to look at why there is no impact on groundwater depth, we look at, I mean, if there is some contamination from surface water network. So this is the surface water network, and what we do, we exclude wells which are near to surface water, any surface water body, maybe pond, river streams, things like that. But still we don't, I mean, we exclude wells, wells within 0.25 kilometer, 1 kilometer, and even 5 kilometer, and we don't find any impact on groundwater depth. We do a couple of professional checks, like we remove, to rule out interconnectedness of the aquifers, we leave out some of the wells closer to the border. We also try different bandwidths. We segregate data into shallow and deep wells, and we don't find any impact. And also there are we segregate data into various collection department, and again there is no impact. And as I have shown, there is I have shown results up to December 19 only, but we tried to extend the data up to January 2022. Still there is no effect on groundwater depth. So in conclusion, I will say that there is increasing power consumption, but no impact on groundwater depth. So what could be the possible explaining factor? So one thing we are thinking about that there are possibilities of small industry using this agriculture power in rural area. So we are thinking about proxy variables. I'm not sure what kind of proxy variables we'll be using, but maybe there is increase in cable sales, something like that. And the limitation about our study that there are no information on drivers. That's it. Thank you.
Right now, half an hour, and we're back from